Hopefully I got this set up right. Oh goodness. I'm gonna have to... Okay. Or...
Watch the ads first.
Yay. I'll wait for the ads. Okay, I believe I am live though.
Alright, my ads are over. It's looking good.
Awesome, awesome. Oh, second. Get my water bottle ready. Alright. So I believe we're ready to just get right into it. I've got everything set up properly, and I will have a few things to explain here at the store at the run, how it goes, and what we're diving into. All right. Hello, Cora. Welcome. All right, we'll go ahead and get started. So this is Majora's Mask 3D No Wrong Warp, and I'll explain a little bit more about the No Wrong Warp category and what we're going to be expecting from this run. So I'll count us down for the run in 3, 2, 1, go. Here we go. All right, so like I said, this is Majora's Mask 3D No Wrong Warp. So first off, I do want to explain my setup a little bit here. I've had capture card issues for a while. I do actually have a 3DS capture card, and I'm actually using it right now. But as you can see, I have the display for it down here, and it's actually, you might might notice that it's a little bit glitchy. So lately I've been having to resort to this setup here. But a number of people have actually told me that that it actually looks better, so I don't know, maybe there are some preferences for this, who knows. But I do have my bottom screen here. You might see it like glitch in and out here a little bit here and there, but in any case, I am getting the audio from the capture card, so I'm in a unique situation where I'm kind of using the capture card but kind of not. But in any case, so about the run, also thank you, Jade. So about the run, so this is Majora's Mask 3D No Wrong Warp. So the difference between this and 80%, other than perhaps the obvious not wrong warping, so the 80% category where you beat the game as fast as possible, you normally would go through the first cycle of the game, and you would just go straight to Deku Palace where you perform a glitch called a moon warp. And by doing moon warp, you just go straight to the end. However, in this category, we will not be doing that, nor will we be doing another type of wrong warp, which would actually allow you to go to the end of certain dungeons. So for no wrong warp, the goal of the category is to beat all 4 dungeons, and after beating all 4 of those dungeons, we can go up to the moon and beat Majora. And I'm also playing on the Japanese version. There's not really much of a difference between the languages. Japanese is the fastest language for the game, but it's only the difference is only by seconds, and it's for the text boxes. But as you can see, the text boxes actually go by pretty quickly just by mashing A and B. So the differences in text are minimal at best. I am on the Japanese version because I'm actually on a Japanese 3DS, and so it was just convenient to use the Japanese version for this game. This Japanese 3DS came with my capture card that I had installed in it, which is pretty cool. So we get to see the Japanese version of MM3D. Now, if if you're familiar with Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask runs of the original game, if you're familiar with those runs, and you haven't seen a Majora's Mask 3D run, then I would say you're in for a treat, because this run is very, very different than what you would expect from a normal... Oh, already fell in the movement. This run is very, very different from what you would expect from an N64 run of Majora's Mask. You finally get to see how this game differs from the N64 version. Exactly. Well, like I said, you are in for a ride because there are a ton of differences, and we're actually going to see a number of differences here in the introduction alone. You will be seeing a very different game, and I'll try to point out as many differences in terms of like the run itself and like some of the mechanics. There's a lot of mechanics also that have changed in the 3DS version. I'm also going to put on Do Not Disturb on my Discord. There we go. Little side note there. Anyways, so first off, we have to get through the introduction of the game, and so that requires us going through the whole section with being Deku Lane, going through the entire first cycle. There is technically a way to become human in first cycle, to technically more or less skip it, but it doesn't really help us in this category because by skipping first cycle, we also miss out on getting Ocarina, Song of Healing, which are items that we actually need throughout the run, so we still have to watch first cycle. Now, in the current 80% run, they actually do skip first cycle. Or they add mechanics into the 3DS version? Are there more cars to fix? Maybe. Who knows? Yeah, you need all those mechanics to fix all your cars. Yes, I welcome the puns. I welcome the puns. I make a lot of puns on my stream as well, so... Alright. So here's one big difference. Well, not big, but here's a small difference that you would see maybe perhaps in an 80% no major glitches run of the original game. We're actually going to go over here and get these Deku Nuts. And we're not going to use these Deku Nuts, but these Deku Nuts are important for a trick we're going to do pretty soon. We're going to go over here. Do some more flying. These platforms over here are actually different than what they are in the original version. In this version, we can actually just side hop over to the other side with a carefully timed jump. Alright. And in regular MM runs, they skip this cutscene with the Happy Mask Salesman by doing a bunch of pause buffering. But in this game, we actually cannot skip this cutscene. And the reasoning for that is because in the original game, it takes 2 frames for a cutscene. It takes 2 frames for a cutscene to start. And if you keep pause buffering every frame, then you can delay that cutscene from ever starting. However, in this game, we cannot pause until we get the notebook. Except for one way. The only way we can pause is by using these buttons on the touchscreen for the item and mask menu. However, those menus take 2 frames to open because the touchscreen has a 2-frame delay, so doesn't work out quite well for us in this regard. Alright. We're gonna head on over here. We want to get to day 3 as quick as possible. So to do that, we're going to go see Granny. Granny's going to tell us going to go tell us a couple of stories, keep us occupied for these few days. Nintendo utilizing hardware limitations to patch glitches. How despicable. I know, right? How could they do this to us? At least they're getting creative with their patches. It's almost a taunt, though. Okay. I do have my personal splits up, so I may occasionally be splitting from my timer splits. Used the Scarecrow when you were a kid. Yeah, Scarecrow is also good. In fact, we're actually going to go see the Scarecrow right now. So the reason we're doing Grandma and the Scarecrow is because Grandma takes us, she does entire days, but the Scarecrow can go from like day to night and night to day. And so we're going to use the Scarecrow to get that last little bit in there. So we're not going to leave out the Scarecrow in this run. Alright, so now we're in night 3. And so there's gonna be a number of things that I want to do in the time that we're waiting. So we're gonna make our way down here. So, as you can probably imagine, we are on kind of a timer right now. I'm not necessarily talking about the speedrun timer, and I am kind of talking about the in-game timer itself, but I actually want to get somewhere before midnight specifically. Alright, so we're gonna go in here. We can actually only go in this room on night 3. So since it is night 3, we can go in here and pick up this money. Alright. And then a big change in the 3DS version is that the owl statues activate when you get near them as opposed to hitting them with your sword. I'm going to save here. I'm going to be doing a number of safety saves here and there. Because there are some cases where either the game can crash, or in the specific case of what we're about to do, I could run out of time. Alright. Yes, all the timers. Yeah, too much like IRL. It's true. Okay, so we're gonna get a bomb bag, and we're gonna get bomb chews. Bomb chews are important for one thing, and we'll get to that when we get to that. Now, why this dude lets Deku Link buy a bomb bag, I don't know. I really don't know. But in any case... Nope. I meant to start back walking. Oh well, that's okay. We can actually skip that little tattle text there by spinning and holding shield. But I go ahead and watch it because I make multiple trips into this room, and so it's just better to watch it and get out of the way. Alright. So here we're about to do a 3D exclusive trick. Oh boy. So this is something we do in 3D, that we have to do in 3D. So if you recall in speedruns, they can run backwards into a guard to escape Clocktown. Well, that unfortunately was patched. However, we can do a much more complicated method of it. I'm going to go in this flower. I'm going to equip bombs. And you can see that the bombs are lit up. Am I this right? No, I think that was a frame early. Oh, let me focus a second and make sure I get this. That should work. Oh no? Oh, uh-oh. Okay, there we go. I did it too early. That might not be good. Might have to reload my save. If I fail this one, I might have to reload my save. We'll see. Maybe not. Okay, I'm gonna reload my save. It's unfortunate. So, like I said, we need to be somewhere before midnight. So I'm gonna have to collect a couple of these things again. That's okay. That is okay. You know what this trick is? You do. Sure do. Alright, so we're gonna go buy the bomb bag again. Now, I'll explain that trick a little more as we do it. Maybe after we do it, so you can kind of get a better visualization of what we're actually doing in this trick. Oh my goodness, it's North Clocktown again. Never been here before. Oh, nice. We got an inverted camera. That is also something that is in the original. Hello, John. Bombs recently. Oh yeah, no, I think you might be right, Artie. I think there's some shady stuff going around. Termina. Crazy business and crazy business, I say. Alright, here we go again. I'm gonna focus on the trick again so I can make sure we get it this time. Then I'll explain it afterwards. Should be good. There we go. There we go. Got it. Got it that time. Okay, so to explain what happened there, you saw I was under the ground and was able to just go under the guard. So what happened there is that there's a mechanic in 3D that was added where you can burrow into the flower while you're shielding. And if you can get hit by a bomb or an enemy or any kind of damage source, as you burrow into the flower while shielding, then you can conserve your knockback speed and use that to go through walls and in this case go under the guard and out of Clock Town. But wait a minute, Joash. How'd you get a bomb? Dekus can't use bombs. Well, there's another trick I did there. You might have noticed that when I equipped the bombs in midair, the bomb button was actually lit up as if I could use it. And I had one frame where I could pull out the bomb right before I hit some sort of ground. So me doing the home buffering there to get an exact frame at the fence, that's why I was home buffering there, so I can pull it at the correct time. And there's two windows of opportunity I can use to pull out the bomb. If I'm on the right frame, then I just hold down the button as the home buffer is unpausing, and then I'll just pull out the bomb. But if I pause on the frame 2 frames earlier, then I can actually use the touchscreen button to have the 2 frame delay so that I can have an extra window of opportunity to pull out the bomb. And so I'm going to go over here and I'm gonna do combat with this Dekubaba. Oh no. Kind of losing though. Wait, oh my goodness, he's beating me up. Wait, oh, okay, that was close. That was close. I thought he was going to get me there. That was pretty hard. That was pretty hard. But fortunately, the Dekubaba didn't get me. That's okay. Yeah, it's like the restricted items in OT 3D. Yeah, exactly. It's pretty much just like that. Thank you, Dark Time. Thank you for the good luck. Don't die. Don't worry. I've got this under control. I'm not gonna die. Dekubaba's got nothing on me. Wait a minute, Strimmer. Why'd you have to get here before midnight? Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. Okay. Oh no, he came back! Oh no! I'm dead. Oh man, well I guess I'm gonna have to reload that save again. What am I ever gonna do? Oh my goodness, I'm back in Clock Town. Oh my goodness, how'd I get back here? And why over there? Well, okay, well I actually don't know why over there specifically. Actually, I think it's probably because of where you're standing in the cutscene. So basically, the reason why I wanted to get the Southern Swamp early is because if I watched that cutscene of the clock tower rising and opening in Southern Swamp, then if I die, well actually, let me put it like this. If I die in the same area that I watched that cutscene, then I will respawn back at Clock Town no matter what. So I wanted to get to Southern Swamp, watch the cutscene there, and then die to just end up right back at Clock Town. That was tough to watch. It was like I was trying to get her. I know, man. Like, it looked like I was actually intentional now. Okay. Yeah. Oh no. Oh no. Wait, but Joaish, why'd you go all the way over there? What was the point of that? Well, you see, in the 3DS version, you might have noticed that they moved the Song of Soaring to the beginning of Southern Swamp as opposed to later on. So I actually did that to get Song of Soaring early. And so having Song of Soaring early is actually going to be really beneficial. It allows us to not have to backtrack to Southern Swamp. Well, I guess backtrack may not be the right word, because if we didn't do that trick, then we wouldn't have gone to Southern Swamp. But it's better and more convenient routing wise to do that. Because if we can do something in first cycle while we're waiting on the clock to go down, then might as well do it. We can go straight to where we want to go next. So first cycle is just about done. Also gotta be sure I'm mashing the A and B button. So I will say an interesting thing, speaking of the B button, there are a lot of weird and random things in this remake in particular that mashing B makes it go faster. You might think I'm exaggerating that, but I'm really not. For example, on the Dawn of the First Day text, or like any of those texts, you can mash B to make those go faster. That is not a thing in the original, but it is here. We can also mash B to climb ladders faster. We can also use B to go through certain cutscenes faster. And as I learned today, I actually learned this today, there is actually a cutscene where the camera does something really weird when you mash B, and I'm gonna try to do it and see if I can get it. But that'll be for later. Usually. Yeah, I do apologize if I occasionally cough here and there. I don't think I've coughed at all yet, but I've had the occasional cough here and there. So I guess apologies in advance. Alright, so cutscenes are almost over. Now we gotta go in here, watch one last cinematic. Here's where we're also gonna be learning the Song of Healing. I almost said Song of Soaring, that would have not been correct. I also like to practice my rhythm for doing the song fast while I'm waiting. You also have to be careful when doing these songs. In this game, you can actually get the song right and still mess up. And the way that happens is that if you press another note, the next frame I think it is after the last note, it doesn't count it. It does not count it. It will say you're incorrect. I have had that happen a couple of times here and there in runs, and it's the goofiest thing. It is quite silly. We also have Deku Mask, so we can be Deku even more if we wanted to. Some of these cutscenes here are also examples of mashing B makes it go faster. Even though these are text boxes that are automatic, still gonna mash B. I think it's mainly just for the text completing on the text box. You can see it like starting to scroll and then instantly finishing. That's me pressing the B button. Oh, also to respond to John's previous message, which I don't think I did. No, that was not the intent, John, but that does give me a good idea. But no. Anyways, the run is beginning, but the Happy Mask Salesman has one more item to give us. Which, just to give a little foreshadowing, first of all, it's the Bomber's Notebook. We don't actually get this from the Bomber's Kid in this version. I think the reasoning for that is because of the new like notebook feature they have, where it's like more detailed. It's like keeping up with all your side quests and whatnot. But we will actually use this notebook once. How will we use the notebook of all things? You'll find out. All right, off we go. So, as we say, the run has finally started. You're now human. We can leave as we please. And just like any N64 Zelda speedrunner, we must smash our shield as we backwalk. Alright, so I need bombs. Fastest way to get them is in grass. So yes, there is gonna be, this is the biggest form of RNG in this run. So I'm gonna hope we get grass in this first set of bushes here. And of course, since I'm on a marathon run, we're not gonna get it. That's how these things go. Bushes are holding out on me. I was doing a little bit of practice for this today, and I got like 2 or 3 bomb drops before. So maybe I shouldn't have slashed the bushes. Oh, there we go. Okay, good. There we go. I'll take that. So we're going to do a forward extended super slide, or a FES for short. And you might recognize this as being similar to the Hess in the original game. And despite the original using Hesses a lot, that is actually going to be the only FES we do in the entire game. Also need to... Oh, come on. Think about angle. There we go. Yeah, so we can side hop up there on that texture. It's not something you can do in the original. So, yay for new textures allowing for things. Do a shield recoil. And another use of our bombs. This is one of our main uses of bombs for our main reasons why we wanted bombs here specifically. I'm just gonna roll here. There we go. Yeah, I like that part a lot. Yeah, it's a 1 in 16 chance of getting a bomb drop per grass shrub slashed. So those are the chances we're going for there. Okay, I don't need to safety save yet, but I'll go ahead. It wouldn't hurt right now. Might as well. You never know what'll happen. You never know. That'll be like, where you going? I said go south. Yeah, Tattle's just gonna have to get used to us kind of just going everywhere. Tattle can try to tell me where to go, however, her words are in Japanese, and I don't know Japanese, so I'm just gonna go where I want to go. You know, that's how that's gonna be. Okay. So there are the invisible paths here. It's fastest to do a bomb jump there to get over to another invisible platform. And with the power of memorization, we know where those blocks are. Okay, these bushes have a high drop rate of bombs, so we can get our full refill of bombs and not have to really worry about bombs ever again. Okay, so we get Lens of Truth. And so we're going to use Lens to go and get Goron Mask. So we actually need Lens for the Goron Mask. We can't just memorize the the invisible path going up, because we actually need Lens for Dormani himself, because you can't play Song of Healing without having the Lens on for him. Also, I almost called him Daruk because of the Breath of the Wild run, so... Yeah, so here's another instance of mashing B makes game go faster. In this case, we climb faster. It's not like Luigi telling you where to go, or would you like to complete the course? Yeah, exactly. This is true. Tattle is definitely better about that kind of stuff, for sure. Alright. So, unlike most MM runs, we are actually going to get the Goron Mask, because for this game, the Goron Mask has a plethora of useful things for us. Only part of OT, you know, where mashing B makes you go faster than water? Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I don't think it's really much in either the original OT or MM, to be fair, where mashing B actually makes things faster. I will say though, because of this game, sometimes I find myself mashing B while climbing ladders in like Wind Waker or whatever. Even though I don't need to. Sometimes I instinctively find myself doing it. Right. Goron Mask it is. I mean, we're actually done with the Lens of Truth. Well, actually, there's one thing we're going to do to the Lens of Truth. But we'll get to that when we get to that. Which is actually pretty soon. And we'll also get to see what we use the bomb shoes for. Oh, there's that cough. I think we go to Southern Swamp. Okay, I'm going to move my Deku Mask and Goron Mask to the right side of the inventory screen, and the main reason I do that is just to make it faster, slightly faster and more convenient to equip them whenever I need them. Because I will be equipping these 3 masks a lot. And so already our movement is better. No need to do any fesses. As Goron rolling basically takes care of that aspect of our movement. We're actually going to rescue the witches here. Okay. Also, fun little, oh, I failed it there, but fun little quirk about 3D is that if you are in the air in a loading zone, the game waits until you hit the ground before actually starting the loading zone. But in 3D, you can equip a mask while in midair, and it'll wait until you hit the ground before you actually put on the mask. So what you can do is you can actually put on masks as you go in a loading zone, which is pretty cool. It like saves a little bit of time. Well, we'll see more instances of it later. So we're gonna go back through the woods. We're gonna give this potion. Oh, there we go. Alright. So, main reason we did this is because we're actually gonna go get the Picto Box. Because we love taking pictures of things. Oh, Joaish, how was that fast? I don't know. But before we get that, we gotta do a couple of things here. Okay, so I think wait, no, uh-oh. Okay, so we're going to catch a fairy. And just like in the original games, we can do bottle duping by holding very slightly on the control stick and pressing the bottle button and an item button. We can actually create a new bottle. Oh. We can actually create a new bottle over another item. So we're going to replace our Deku Nuts, our Bomb Shoes, and our Lens of Truth. Yeah, pretty much, RD. And then I believe you and you. Okay, there we go. Got my equips there for a second. I'm going to safety save here for the trick I'm about to do. Yeah, okay. Okay, so here I'm going to get the Pictobox. I'm going to face the door. And by facing the door, that actually prevents the boat ride from starting. Because basically, while facing the door, my A button is saying open. And while it's saying open, it actually prevents the boat ride from starting. So I can get the Pictobox and not have to ride the boat. Because riding the boat is very slow. See? And so here we're going to do the trick we did before in Clocktown. I think I do have my equips a little bit messed up here. This time we don't have to use the fence. We're gonna do this actually. Okay. Okay, the sound cut out there a little bit and threw me off. Okay, there we go. I have to be careful not to hit a wall because I can fly out of bounds by going under a wall. But we're gonna do this to get into Great Bay early. And then before I actually go in the loading zone, I wanna pick up this. And there's an example of hopping into a loading zone and putting on the mask at the same time. So even though I was human when I went to that loading zone, I will now be, or Goron. Alright. So now to get our other transformation mask. We're gonna get Zora Mask. Zora Mask is important for quite a myriad of things. Not so much in the same vein as what Goron Mask will be, but Zora Mask is needed to like open up Great Bay and do a bunch of other things as well, like getting the Zora eggs. We will have to get the Zora eggs to get into Great Bay Temple. So we get to watch the sad music cutscene. And fortunately in 3D, they skipped the entire cutscene of him walking all the way up there. I'm trying to think of my equips. I think I got what buttons I want equipped to what. I think I'm getting that confused. I need to think a second. No, I do have them wrong, actually. Or do I? No, I do have them wrong. I actually do. Never mind. I mean, it doesn't really matter that much, but now I'm realizing I actually did have them correct. Getting my brain all confused. Yeah, better view of the cutscene. Alright. And with that, we have Zora Mask. Alright, I'm not gonna forget this time. In the few practice runs I've done, I've almost forgotten to get this owl statue over here. But I'm not gonna forget it this time. This is the part where the Zelda fans go, why? Because the Zora changed. Yes, I know, and I 100% agree. I've always said that I disagree with a lot of things that this remake has done, but I feel like, to me at least, the speedrun is what carries this remake in a lot of ways. You, and you. Alright. I'm going to put on Gora Mask first, and then put on Zora, because that actually skips the cutscene initially of the mask being put on. Yeah, the Zora swimming is annoying even during the speed run, and you'll even see why in a couple of other instances as well. Yo, thank you, Aru. We're gonna do a bit of a fancy trick here to conserve some of our magic. Okay, we're gonna do that. Oh, I missed it. Okay, I actually want to show it off. I'm gonna try it again. Oh, we're gonna try it again. Yes, Grezzo. As we put it, Grezzo. There we go. So I can do kind of a bit of a super swim here by mashing B after getting a recoil. It's pretty cool. So there was someone that had found it and actually DM'd me the video of this trick. It was like a couple of years ago, and now that person is nowhere to be found. So to the person who had DM'd me this trick long ago and is gone and is gone now, I say thank you. I also have to be careful here. I don't equip Gora Mask here because if I go too fast, then I will actually get caught by the guard. And do this. Oh, it changed my angle. Okay, guys, still got it. Okay, so what I did there is I did a mask jump. And so I did a jump attack while also putting on the Gora Mask, and that allowed me to snap onto the ledge there. The legend of that person who DM'd me, yeah. Pretty much. Okay. Up we go. Get to watch Goron climb a tiny little ladder. Shout out to the anonymous DMer, yep. Shout outs to that person. Wait, no, I want Zora Mask. Whoops. Alright, so interesting little trick here. I'm gonna put down the bugs that I caught. And behold. Alright. So this is time stop. This freezes time, and this allows me to walk over this cutscene and not activate it. So I can skip that cutscene, and I can go ahead and take out that bee larvae to get the guards away so that we can get hookshot. Also, fun fact about that hole I just jumped out of. That hole is in the Japanese version of the original game, and then it was taken out in the English version. And then it was put back in on the 3DS version, on all versions, on all languages of the 3DS version, rather. Oops. No. I can jump. No. I don't need to do this, but I don't want to equip hookshot yet. Also, this is just cool, so. Alright, so we're gonna get rid of our bugs, because now we need to start catching the Zora eggs. This is the main reason why I duped a bunch of bottles. Because I need bottles to get these eggs. I'm also going to equip another bottle, hookshot, and Gora Mask. So, remember the fact that I got the Picto Box, and now I've gotten the hookshot. What if I told you that those two things and the Gora Mask all have something to do with each other? I put on the wrong mask. Oh no. I want you. I will let the glitch speak for itself, but basically the glitch I'm going to show off here pretty soon is probably going to be one of the main glitches I use now. Down we go. Alright, so get ready. I'll let it speak for itself first, but we're going to pull out our picture box over here. I'm gonna pause, swap those, take a nice little picture of that door, and oh, would you look at that? We propelled ourselves at alarming speeds to the door. Oh, what in the world? Also, there we go. The picture box. Oh man. Yeah, so basically, that is what we call a Goron missile. So, with the Picto Box, I can... With the Picto Box, I can... stop. Okay, wait, hold on. I'm getting myself confused right now. If you don't equip Goron, go over there. Now we equip Goron. So, with the Picto Box, we can actually make it to where we can use the hook shot as Goron, and by doing that, having the hookshot equipped as Goron allows us to propel at alarming speeds, as it were. It allows us to propel at alarming speeds, like so. Hold on, I'll have plenty of time to explain it here in just a second. I'm like, my brain's going at 100 miles an hour. Okay, so basically, like, if Goron has hookshot equipped, and you pound as Goron while holding hookshot, for some reason it just sends you flying. I don't know the exact reasoning as to why it works like that, but that is what it does. So the Picto Box is basically allowing us to do restrictive items at will, essentially. So we're able to use just about any item we want in any form. So by doing that, we can use the hookshot as Goron to perform these Goron missiles. This is actually a thing in the original game, but it doesn't work as well in the original game, and it's also a lot less convenient to use in the original. But here it's very convenient, and it's actually pretty easy to control. You tell me that the things you did in the main category speedrun on speedrun.com have an obscure connection and weren't just things you came up with on the fly or even wasted time doing? Unbelievable. I can't believe that everything I was doing actually had a purpose. Unbelievable. Actually unreal. Okay. Wait, actually no. Have the bottle equipped again. Don't confuse myself. That should work. You might also notice that occasionally that for some of these Goron missiles, I'm actually doing them backwards. Now, you might think that's for style, but there is actually a purpose to it. So you'll see me do some Goron missiles where I face forward and just go for it. And then you'll see others where I actually line up and then do it backwards. Because for some reason in this game, they made it to where holding precisely down, like the exact direction down, has like multiple inputs on the circle pad. So like I could hold very slightly left or right while holding down, and it'll still count it as holding directly down. And so basically, I think that's what one of the biggest reasons for that, I think, is so that running backwards is a little bit easier to do, because running backwards with the circle pad is actually not as bad as you think it would be, despite the 3DS not having notches. But because of that mechanic, it makes it easier to do. So like if you played any of these games on like emulator, for example, and played on a controller that doesn't have notches, then you might find it hard to do backwalks. But like the backwalks are actually a little bit easier because holding down is easier for this game. And so I exploit that mechanic here with the Goron missile, so I can get exact I can get exact directions out of it. So I can do more precise Goron missiles with this method or this technique. All right, so those are the last of the eggs, but we're going to deposit them later. And we're going to go back to Southern Swamp, where I'm pretty sure Tattle wants us to go anyways. Equip you. And you. I'm gonna try for some magic here and some hearts. And then I'm going to catch some water. Now, you probably know by this point that I'm not just doing these things just out of, I don't know, just out of random. So you might be wondering, what is the purpose of said water there? Well, you will find out pretty soon. But there is actually a purpose other than to hydrate. However, unfortunately, we will not be hydrating with the water, but the water will be put to good use. Do not worry. Alright. Talk to the Deku guards, get through. You can go on missile through them, but it is actually slightly faster to just talk to them as Deku. Alright, we're getting lucky with the guards here. Guards are also a little bit more blind in this version. They have not gone to see their eye doctor in 3D, so we can actually sneak by them a little bit easier in this version. We can also do some cool flips to just skip the whole palace. Yeah, nothing much to say there. Alright. So there's a cutscene here where apparently mashing B makes the camera jitter. Let's see if we can see it. Okay, I think it was right there, but I think I might have missed it. Yeah, I think I might have missed it. Oh well. Song's a little awkward. I have to like bring my thumb over here. I mean, I don't have to, but it's like it's better this way for how I do it. I mean, there are some times when I'm mashing text where I'm bringing my thumb from over here on the other side of the 3DS to mash the A and B button. Hard because the guards have to have their eyes dilated, but do not have friends who will help them navigate after the exam. That's true. That may be true. So now we have Sonata of Awakening, so we can get into Woodfall Temple. Alright. Alright, now I'll just go ahead and say that we're ready to start doing dungeons. We're gonna start doing the dungeon gauntlet. We've done all of our collecting. It's time to start doing dungeons. But wait a minute, streamer. Why are you going to Clocktown? There's no dungeon in Clocktown. Oh yeah, you're right. I wonder what we're gonna do about that. That is a good question. Well, you might remember I said earlier that I'm going to make a couple of visits to this fairy fountain here. And so, with the power of Goron Missling, we're going to do this. And by doing this, I mean we're going to do it again, because it didn't work. Okay, we're going to do that, and we're actually going to end up in a different fairy fountain, because all the fairy fountains in this game are lined up next to each other. So a precise setup here. Very good. That's actually a pretty hard Goron missile there. That one's very precise because you could very easily just miss the platform. I had to think about what if I actually hit the note or not. Yo, Morley. Yes, we're going to activate that owl statue, not just for the safety save, which I don't even need a safety save right now, but always good to do it just in case. But I'm going to warp to that owl statue once. Alright, so here we go, dungeon number 1. And of course, we gotta go in style. This jump is not as precise, so I don't have to worry about that. And in we go. Now, as you can probably imagine by this point, you're probably realizing that we're going to use Goron Missling a lot. And, you would be correct, because here we go again. Because, really, if you think about it, what's a gap? Is there a gap we cannot cross? Oh, nice. I mainly one of those hearts. But here we're gonna go get the bow, and then we'll go finish the dungeon. Oh, it would help to like be properly in front of the chest. Yeah, gaps are just made up. As they say, walls are a suggestion. Well, in this case, gaps are a suggestion. All right, so I'm gonna I'm gonna stand in a certain spot here. Equip some different items. I can also do Goron Missling with the bow as well. Any first-person item I can use Goron Missling with. So by hitting that flower, it propels me over the wall, clipping through the ceiling, and we can hit the loading zone of the boss store and just go straight to the boss room from the bow room. Which, yeah, there you go. That's Woodfall Temple. Right. Unfortunately, speaking of 3DS changes, they changed up all the bosses of this game. Fortunately, we do have strats to deal with them pretty quickly. Unfortunately, we cannot just spam spin attacks on Adawa here. Whoops. Ow. Uh-oh. Welcome to the game where they added a bunch of eyes. First-person items used in unintended ways in a Zelda game? I know, right? Surely they didn't mess up first-person items in a different Zelda game, let alone a remake. I don't know. That'd be crazy. Okay, so I actually don't waste time picking up that heart container because I actually have to wait a few seconds for the warp to be ready to activate. So actually picking up that heart container, it does not lose any time at all. Pop the eye pimples. Exactly. We get our first Giants cutscene. This is where we're going to learn the Oath to Order. Yeah, so it's important that we do Woodfall first because we want to get bow pretty early on. Because we need bow to be able to use light arrows as well, which we will have to get light arrows. Skip picking it up just to flex. You know, maybe I'll consider that for the All-Mass run on Thursday. Nope, that's not it. There we go. Because I'll give a little bit of a teaser for the All-Mass run, but that will actually be the only heart container that I could pick up. So maybe I will. Okay, so the main difference between the text of the languages, these text boxes right here where they're going character by character, that is actually where the biggest difference is made in the language text. So because that is like the only case of the languages like being different time-wise, yeah, no, the difference is still by like just seconds. So even if you speedrun this game on English, you're not at a deficit whatsoever, really. Especially since we'll actually skip another cutscene that has a difference in language speed. So it's even less of a gap. Yeah, I did play on English for the first couple of years I speedran this game. It's only more within like the last year or so that I started playing on the Japanese version. Alright, well the Deku Princess is in there. However, Deku Princess is not important to this plot, so we're just gonna ignore her. And we're going to do the Goron Missile here. Oh, wait a minute, Joaish. I saw you equip that. I saw you equip the water. What we're gonna do with it? We're gonna do kind of a precise setup here to go to a specific fairy fountain. Alright, this will take us all the way to Iconic Canyon. Where we're going to go to our next dungeon, the 4th dungeon. Use the mask equipping trick on the loading zone again. Alright, so we all remember whenever we played Majora's Mask, we had the long climb up the stone tower. But, you know, what if we could just not? Oh, well, we gotta jump a little higher though. It is important to actually like jump high enough. That might be a bit much. Okay, no, that's fine. Let him cook. Let him cook. That's actually a pretty good height. You gotta be careful not to go too high. But yeah, we can use slopes to gain height with Goron missiling, essentially. And so by using Goron missiling, we just go straight to the door. No more tedious Elegy of Emptiness silliness. Off we go. Wait, but we don't have light arrows. How am I gonna get rid of this block? Well, what if pure basic water was just a light arrow? Makes you think. It really it really makes you think. Water is just light arrows. That is also a thing you can do in the original Majora's Mask as well. But I think you can only do it on that block in particular because you're raised above the ground just slightly for that one, so it actually hits the trigger for it. Water really is the light of everyone's life. Exactly. See, it's like a metaphor. And that's why it's important to stay hydrated. Because water is full of light. Some may call it electrolytes. Oh, okay. Anyways. Alright. I'll explain this trick in just a second, but just know that we're gonna do some crazy stuff with it. I'll make sure I do this properly. I'm gonna use 2 bombs here. And now Majora's Mask is a first-person game. And we're gonna look at this wall, shoot the hook shot through the wall, and just go through the wall, just like that. So basically, also we're gonna do the flower slide again, because why not? So basically how that trick works is that I can get recoiled by both the bombs and activate the picto box, and it puts me in a weird state called, I think it's just called first person. Can't remember exactly what it's saying, but anyway, but what that allows us to do is it does some weird thing to the hook shot where I can actually shoot the hook shot through the wall, and the hook shot can actually be extended to go as far as I want it to go, not only through walls but also much further away. And the application of shooting the hook shot really far away will actually be seen later in the run. That one we're more so just taking advantage of the fact I can hook shot through the wall. But later, I will also be taking advantage of the fact that I could hookshot really long distances with that trick. So we will see that trick again in what is probably one of my favorite uses of that trick. Alright, so we got light arrows. So now we're going to go to inverted stone tower. We're going to hit the crystal here. And just FYI, for some reason, it's probably because when they made the remake of this, that I think they probably changed. I think it's because they changed how this crystal works in particular. But we cannot pour water on that crystal there to activate it, unfortunately. I believe if we could, we probably would just be able to skip the light arrows. That's really the main reason why we need light arrows, is just to get to inverted stone tower. Don't need any more water. We have our own water in the form of our water arrows. I mean, light arrows. Alright, and that should take us, yep, that takes us straight to the boss room. And we'll take off the mask as we're falling, and now we're in the twin mold fight. Easy peasy. Alright, so twin mold is probably the worst boss in this run, and in this game, to be quite frank. This remake, in particular. I'm gonna have to use gyro here a little bit. I apologize if my 3DS kind of goes off screen. I do have the glitchy footage here as well. But we gotta shoot the eyes down in traditional MM3D fashion. And if this boss got majorly grezzoed, it sure did, in a major way. I also have to be careful not to get hit by this thing. It does 2 hearts, and I can only get hit twice if you do the math. Okay, I'm gonna wait until he passes by. Right. Where are they? There they are. Oh, sorry, I'm off screen a little bit. Just know I'm shooting eyes. Okay. Nice. Alright. Now, Strimmer. aren't you supposed to be getting the Giant's Mask? Isn't the Giant's Mask somewhere in the dungeon? You would be right if we're playing the N64 version. However, here in the 3DS version, they made the decision to just put it right here. You know, why not? Why not? And not only that, but now we get to be a sumo wrestler. We get to step into the ring with Twin Mold here. All right, get ready. Now we're giant sumo Link. And now we're gonna throw boulders at Twin Mold. Yeah, so if you played the original but have never seen the 3DS version, yeah, this is why a lot of people have many things to say about these bosses. We also get to play Super Mario 64 here and spin Twin Mold. Alright, so this time I can't use the boulder. There's 3 phases to this, but there's only 2 boulders. So in this phase, I'm gonna have to... Oh. I'm not used to him pulling out the mini Twin Molds on this phase. Interesting. Interesting. Alright, so I have to punch him 9 times, I think it is? Before he burrows underground. Because if he burrows underground, his health resets for these punches. Why? I don't know. Actually, a bizarre decision. But here we are. Get to do more spins. And... I leave one alive just to see if he doesn't spawn anymore. Okay. Let's make our way to the boulders. We don't have to punch anymore. Gotta make sure I don't throw it out of bounds either, because that is something that can happen. And with that, we have defeated Twin Mold in the ring. We've got our championship belt. And there we go. We have won. All right. This is the only other heart container I picked up. I'm probably not going to pick up any of the other heart containers though. Alright, so pretty good fight overall. Now we have two dungeons remaining. So we have Great Bay Temple and we have Snowhead Temple left. We're going to be going to Great Bay next, so we're going to deposit our eggs now. Hot take, you like that Link embraces the giant fighting style. Maybe not the best execution, but a great idea. No, I agree. Actually, if there's anything I do like about that fight, I do think the sumo wrestling is not only funny, but it is pretty cool. It kind of gives the Giant's Mask something, a little more uniqueness to it. The problem with the fight is just how it's executed, yeah. Like with the health regenning, the fight being way too long. Other stuff about it is, yeah. The sumo part is pretty cool though. I fully agree. All right. So off we go again. We're gonna go back to Great Bay, as I said before. We're gonna go ahead and take care of our remaining eggs so that we can get New Wave Bossa Nova. Down the ladder. Unfortunately, at the moment, we can't skip these eggs. There's no way to dupe these eggs like you can in the original version. And so no way other than this to get into Great Bay Temple. Now, there is a way you can wrong warp into Great Bay Temple. However, that requires a wrong warp, which we cannot do in this category. But that is okay. It is what it is. I guess some water here. Any more major glitches coming up for the rest of the run? We still got quite a number of tricks. We've still got some pretty major stuff. We're actually gonna see a couple of cutscene skips here coming up pretty soon. We're actually going to do 2 cutscene skips next, and then in Great Bay Temple is gonna have a major skip. And then getting into Snowhead, we're also going to do a pretty big skip. Yeah, both dungeons still have a lot of tricks up their sleeve. All right. Speaking of major glitches. Oh, I don't know if Goron Missling would be considered a major glitch per se. I don't know. It depends on how you define it, but you know that's a whole discussion for another day. Good old speedrun discussions. But in any case, we're going to use our now depleted magic because Zora swimming in 3D is sure is a fun thing, isn't it? We're gonna come up here. Going to remember to do a safety save here. This safety save is very important because I could potentially crash here. I kind of wanted that magic, but I guess I'm not getting it. Actually, is it important I get that magic? I think it might be, actually. I'm gonna stand at a certain spot here, place down the bomb, and buffer to a specific frame. Alright. Bomb's gonna hit me as I'm pulling out the ocarina, or the guitar in this case. Just a little carefully. I'll go frame by frame this time. Okay, that was really the only scary part. Because every now and then there's a low percent chance that any one of these home buffers can just crash the game. Why, I don't know, but it's there. Alright, so that's the first cutscene skip. That skips the cutscene of the turtle coming out of the water and talking to you. But now we got another cutscene to skip. Hopefully. I was messing this up a little bit earlier in practice, so hopefully it all goes well. If not, then we watch a cutscene. No big deal. I'm gonna go over here, I'm gonna stand in this spot here. And I'm gonna slash over to this part of the turtle, and if all goes right, then this should make Link hop really high. And it didn't. Okay, I was getting this like kind of consistently earlier today. That is weird. I don't know why that's happening. where I'm not getting the cutscene skip. Might join VC. Yeah, that sounds good. RD, definitely. Yeah, so unfortunately we're not skipping this cutscene. What is normally supposed to happen there is after I played the song a double time, Link will hop, which signifies that the cutscene started. And by starting the cutscene, it makes it to where we don't have to watch this cutscene again. I'm not really sure why it's failing. It was failing earlier for me too, and I'm not really sure why. Not sure what I'm doing differently. Alright. But now we're in Great Bay Temple. Got the cutscenes out of the way. And what are we going to do in Great Bay Temple, you may ask? Well, I am going to go down here. I do need magic, actually. And, of course, going to do a Goron Missile. And Goron Missile into the boss room. Just like that. We clip through the stairs, and we go into the boss room. I also need bow. We can also spam shield as we fall. Yeah, I might try to grab magic during this phase. Or at the very end of this phase. I just need to remember to go grab magic beforehand. Okay, but now we have Georg. I'm going to be using gyro aiming a little more here. Apologies for the moving screen. Oh, he juked me. Alright. So 5 hits on Georg, and that brings out the eye. We have to do this 3 times. Because, yay, the eye. I'm surprised that 4th shot missed. Alright. Got him right where we want him. So now this time I want to make sure he's in a kind of a, well, not a precise position. I just want to make sure I get him while he's in the water. Where'd he go? Okay, there he is. Okay, so I'm going to grab magic. And I want to hit him while I'm Zora. I think I'm a little far away. So here I try to get a quick cycle so I can skip a phase of the fight here. I might still be able to get it. I don't know. It depends on how he moves. If he stops. Okay, wait. I got it. Nice. I got the quick cycle. Okay, this saves a lot of time in the fight. This allows me to not have to make him eat one of the bombs. Alright, so but speaking of which, we do have King Dodongo the fish. Did that too early? Okay, well, that's unfortunate. That bomb was very close, so unfortunately I missed that, getting that bomb. Yeah, so you have to break these spiky bombs and put them in Georg's mouth. Yeah, neat. Yeah, I'm glad I got that here. That's always a cool thing to get the quick phase. All right. And with that, we have Georg, and that is the 3rd dungeon down. Okay, not gonna pick up this heart container. We're just gonna make our way out and approach our final dungeon. Now, normally, we have to get the Goron Lullaby and then do that whole quest with the crying baby to stop the wind in Snowhead. We're not going to do that. Now, if you're familiar with regular Majora's Mask speedruns, you know they do that really hard Hess into Snowhead. It's like the hardest trick in the game, where they have to do that long Hess against the wind to get all the way up into the dungeon. Now, we do not have the infinite sword glitch, nor are we going to Hess in there. In fact, we cannot Hess because Hessing is patched. Now, we could do a Fess, but that wouldn't do us any good. We'd just get blown off. So we actually have another method, a unique method in 3D to get into Snowhead early. I think it's Woodfall that we go to. Yeah, Woodfall. Nice audio. I think the audio glitching out sometimes is because my computer is a potato. Alright, so this is the only reason why I activated the South statues for this right here. This is the most convenient way to get to the Snowhead region. Oh yeah. I think that's what I want to do. Yeah, that's what I want to do. In fact, I'm gonna do this. Use of that. We're gonna fight against the wind here. Make our way all the way over here. Oh, I kind of messed that up a little bit though. That's okay. Okay, fortunately the wind is going in a convenient direction for us and gonna push us against the wall here. So I'm going to climb up, try to equip Zora Mask, and then unequip Zora Mask. But now the game is actually trying to put on the mask, and it puts us in what is called the down A state. And so now the wind is not going to blow us off, and we can just waltz right into Snowhead. Infinitely easier in comparison to the original games. Oh no, to the original games' version. Oh no. Oh no. Okay. I got hit by the snowball, which I was afraid was gonna happen, but I thought I might have been able to clear it, but unfortunately not. But that is okay. We can try it again. All fine and dandy. Back though. Try this again. This is also one of those instances where using the circle pad, the C stick for the new 3DS actually comes into play, because I cannot press the target button. The only way I can change the camera angle is by using the C stick in this mode. And into Snowhead we go. All right. Push this open. For these guys. So I'm going to do something called action swap. I'll go ahead and say why not. And this is going to allow me to use a lit fire arrow. Basically, I think it's, how do I explain it? I'm equipping the stick after hook shot and interrupting pulling out the stick, and that's allowing us to shoot a lit fire arrow. Again, this is one of those things where I don't know the full logistics of it, but that's kind of how it works. So here we're doing the extended hookshot trick again from before. Except now I'm going to extend my hookshot all the way up there. I'm going to go to this torch, and I'm going to set an alarm, unrelated to what we're doing right now, but I'm going to set the alarm there. And up we go. Uh-oh. Oh no. Oh no! My phone, did my phone die? Oh, my phone's dead. The charger stopped. Okay, look at that. Oh man, that's unfortunate because that was a cool trick. Okay, well, I'm going to... Oh man. Apparently my phone wasn't charging. I was afraid this was gonna happen. Uh-oh. Okay, well, y'all can see the glitchy game at least until I can fix it. Yeah, apparently my phone decided to stop charging. Let me... Oh, wait. Uh-oh. Yeah, I've gotta wait until it finishes charging, apparently. Wait, no. Make that 2 o'clock. Okay, so, well, unfortunately, we will have to use the glitchy screen for a moment here. So I will bring this up temporarily. As I do this, so I'll do this trick again with shooting the lit fire arrow. Where's the cutscene where we need one? True. And what's unfortunate too is that I'm actually going to be skipping the next cutscene. I tell you, my phone has had really bad issues with charging, and this charger has actually been decent with charging it. But of course, during the marathon is when it decides to be like, hey, we're not going to charge anymore. Yeah, they always die at the worst times. So I apologize for the quality of this video, but but this is the main reason why I've been using the phone camera, is because my capture card has been very glitchy as of late. That's okay. At least we still have some semblance of video. Yeah, so I apologize for this. We can blame my phone. I probably need to get a new phone anyways. Go over here. All right. Oh, good. He's gonna be in a good position too. So I shoot goat here with a certain amount of arrows. That's basically a very scripted fight there. Yeah, technology quitting out at the worst time. Is my phone actually charging though? I don't know. I hope so. Well, now it looks like Termina has just been infected with radiation. So we're going to do a precise Goron missile here. And I'm going to look for a specific frame. Oh, I hope I'm in the right position. Well, okay. It's a perfect demon for this situation, it sure is. Okay, well, for some reason I was not in the right position for that. That was actually really weird, because normally that puts me in the perfect position for that. Okay, my phone's coming back on. Are you serious? Okay, now that... I guess maybe it's a good thing things are going back, because... Oh my goodness. I think we got a donation. I heard the sound effect. I don't know if I can see it or not, though. I'm gonna wait for Goat to come around.
Here. Hey, Joaish. It's
Hey.
it's me. So,
Oh, hey.
can you hear me?
Yes.
All right, awesome. Here, I'll take care of it. So it came from Joash's phone. $5. Thank you so much.
Thank you, my phone, for reviving yourself to donate instead. Excellent, though. You have made up for it, phone.
Very thoughtful.
Yeah, very thoughtful. You know what? It made up for it. You know. I'll be able to put us back on phone mode here in just a second. Wait a minute. Okay.
I don't know. I kind of like the visuals. I think it's fitting.
You know what? We are almost running out of time too in the game, so maybe it is kind of fitting in that regard. Like, oh man, the moon's getting close. The world's getting all weird.
Yeah.
Maybe it is like symbolism in a way. Alright. This will put him in a different position. Should be fine. Yeah, unfortunately, if I fail the cutscene skip, it respawns Goat. Yeah, hopefully I don't fail the cutscene skip this time. I'm actually not sure why I was a wrong angle there. Maybe I didn't target the wall properly enough. Here's my phone. Oh wait, you can't actually see my phone. Right. Phone is the thing recording. Supposed to be recording. I remember the correct position for this one. I believe this is correct. You know, I might just gonna YOLO it. If I get it, I get it. If I don't, I don't. It's a big deal. That might be correct. Let's try that. Okay, good. I got it. So I pick up the remains here, but I Goron Missile out of bounds. So I get the remains, and I don't watch the Giants cutscene. Alright, nice. Very nice. Yeah, time's actually almost running out. I need to make sure I don't run out of time here. Time is getting pretty close. We got 1 minute left. Can we make it to the clock tower with a minute left? Oh man, getting tense in here. Alright, but with all 4 remains, we take our leave and head on to Majora. That scares you because of the weird colors. Oh man. Alright. Okay.
You know, it's interesting with that glitch where it brought Goat back to life, right?
Yeah, I think it's resetting the room. Like, anytime I reset the room, it brings Go back. I'm not really sure why. Which, that's the main reason why I had to fight him twice, because when I failed the cutscene skip the first time, yeah, it just brought Go back.
Yeah, gotcha. I guess it's like a win-win, though, for everybody. You get his mask, and he gets to live on.
This is true. This is true. We get to actually spare Goat. Save the Goat. That is true, actually, Jade. I actually didn't think about that. If I did fail the cutscene skip again, I probably would have been very low on time. I might have still been fine if I did inverted Song of Time. I might have still been okay with Song of Inverted Time for one more attempt. I did safety save before the Goat fight, though, so if I did run out of time, I did have a save before. Oh, and thank you for the follow, Samia.
Yeah. Welcome to the stream.
Oh, I'm also low on hearts, so maybe Marley is gonna get his wish on having no heart containers. Safety
Time for a
saves
no
already?
hit and run.
Yeah, exactly. So we got this long cutscene that we cannot skip, unfortunately, but it does give us kind of a break. Kind of get our nerves in check. It, like, say we're on a PB pace run, and gets our nerves in check, get us ready for the final confrontation. I probably will do a safety save here as well, just in case. I think I'll be fine. I guess this is also a good opportunity to get my phone set back up again. Yes, thank you, Windows.
Time for a phone streaming speed run.
Yes.
Speed run.
Exactly. Yeah, I bought one of these. If you're curious on how I've got this setup working, also, oh my goodness, the Giants have appeared and restored the world of its radiation. Oh man. I can't believe that's what they actually were intended for. But no, I have one of, if you know one of those like extendable desk phone holders that you normally would just have to have it like sticking out of your desk or something, I have one of those, except I'm using it to point downward to my 3DS. So you can actually see it like kind of right here on my webcam. It's hooked up to my desk, and then with that, that's also plugged into my charger, which is actually plugged into my computer because it's a USB-C charger. And so I just have all sorts of wires working for this setup. It's a fun time. Hopefully moving my phone like that.
IRL setups are like always super difficult and finicky. So I actually think your setup's really nice where like your top screen is very clear. Usually it's like you see a massive glare, but like It's been clear throughout the run, which has been nice.
Good. Yeah, I've been pretty happy with how the quality has ended up being. I was worried about that when I was originally like going for this setup, but I'm really glad that it ended up working out really well. The only glare I would ever get is through my window if it's daytime, which is it's not really an issue right now because it's nighttime for me. But I tried setting up a blanket in front of my window, but my blanket is not big enough for it. But it actually didn't really make that big of a difference. But I don't think we really got any glare at all.
Yo, High Spin Iron, what's up? That's somebody I know. Thanks for following. I'll be on in just a little bit.
Yeah, so Jade, I have no fairy, so we're going into this with 2 hearts and 1/4 heart. This will be fun. Which, on that note, the Majora fight is, unlike the rest of the boss fights, the Majora fight is mostly similar to the MM fight. There are a few minor exceptions, though. So the remains that fly around during this fight are way more aggressive in this game. I believe in the original Majora's Mask, sometimes they just get unloaded due to like hardware limitations and all that. But there's also a specific attack that Majora does where in the original game it'll only hit you once. But in this game it has the potential to stun lock you, where Majora could literally do a 0 to death on you. And it is about as annoying as it sounds. We'll see if we actually see it this time. Alright, but here we go. Time to fight Majora. Free of the radiation, here we go. Oh, I meant to equip Zora here. No Fierce Deity Mask. However, for the All-Master run, you may just very well see the Fierce Deity Mask. Majora bad RNG. Yeah,
say real quick,
Oh yeah, go ahead.
No, you go ahead, sorry.
Oh no, I was just gonna say, there is a little bit of RNG in this fight, but yeah, that was it.
Yeah. All I was gonna say is, real quick before the fight starts, like, I do love the juxtaposition from not getting on the mask and how difficult this fight is, and then the breeze it is with the Fierce Deity.
Yeah, yeah, pretty much. It's like, it's either going to be really hard, or it's going to be incredibly easy, just depending on what you do. Which I guess, to be fair, I suppose if you do go for every mask, I suppose you have earned it. Yeah, one good change that 3D did do is you can retract your boomerangs once you've already thrown them. Yeah, and also another thing about the remains in the air, they will only fire at you when you look at them. So you might hear them charge up an attack, but as long as you don't look at them, they will not shoot at you. Yeah, Majora go out of bounds the other day? Oh my goodness. I believe that. I believe that. Alright, so I'm going to do a strat that I'm not sure if I fully feel about it, but we're going to stay in this wall and field any shot that comes along. I think I hit Majora instead of Twin Mold there. I also want to pay attention to Majora because that stun lock attack I want to make sure I don't get hit by. I think, is that all of them? That is all of them. Nice. Alright, here we go. If we keep doing this, should be able to whittle Majora down. To the very end of the second phase. Should be this phase. Oh no, maybe this one. Yeah, I love when Majora fakes getting knocked down. That's that's such a troll. Alright, so for third phase, we're gonna shoot Majora with a light arrow. If you specifically shoot Majora with a light arrow here on third phase, he will not dodge it, like no matter what. He will not dodge a light arrow attack, even if you don't have magic. So I'm actually going to shoot specifically a light arrow, We're going to equip Goron, and we're going to count to 20. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, no, 3. I was in a bad spot, too. Uh-oh. 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 Okay. And we're back to counting. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Oh no, not the last hit. Not the last one. Okay, we're fine, we're fine. And 20. And that is time. That is Majora's Mask 3D, no wrong warp. And there you have it.
GG. That was great.
Thank you. Thank you, thank you. And there will be more of that on, I believe, Thursday at 6 p.m. Central Time, where we will be doing the All Mask category, which is actually a very different category from this one. We'll actually see a lot of different tricks. We'll see a lot of the same tricks, but we'll also see a lot of different tricks as well. And there's more to the run as well. So hopefully, my poor phone will stay charged for the longer run that we are going to experience. My poor phone, but thank you for your donation nonetheless. But in any case, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the run, and I hope you look forward to more of the Piece of Heart project, more of the Zelda stuff. I know there's a lot of exciting stuff throughout the week that's planned. So I hope you guys look forward to that and the Majora's Mask 3D run. I will also be doing a Wind Waker HD 80% run next Saturday as well, and I believe that's at 10 a.m. Central Time. But yeah, so sub 150 is... I'm definitely happy to get a sub 150 time for the marathon. Especially since I pretty much was practicing for like only a day or two. But it's always nice when the muscle memory works out well. But yeah, thank you guys for having me on here. That was a lot of fun. And
Joaish, it's always a pleasure watching you.
I appreciate it. I'm glad y'all enjoyed.
Yeah.
Definitely. So I believe, are we ready to go to our next event?
It is. Yeah, I'm actually up next. So I'll
Okay,
go on
awesome.
mute, but you should be good to yeah, by the way, we're gonna jump into the ultimate trial. So
Ooh,
yeah,
nice.
I'll get it started right away. So stick around, please.
Well, I
Or my,
will.
you know.
Right, yeah. Well, I will end off my side of the stream myself, so you can go ahead and get started. If y'all have not seen Ultimate Trial is a very cool Ocarina of Time ROM hack that came out recently, so if you haven't seen it, definitely go check it out. It is very cool. But yeah, in any case, thank you guys again. I will see you guys Thursday at 6 for the All Mass run, and until then, hope you guys take care. Have a good night, everyone.